Hey, it's Colin at Apache Camping Center. Today we've got the 21 MKS. That is one of the newest models for outdoors RV. It comes in after the 19 MKS, which actually was the first of its kind in the outdoors RV lineup. Outdoors RV, definitely known for their building construction. This layout, very unique for what they have in store. I think you're gonna like what we see inside. Let's take a couple things on the outside just to show you how well built these trailers are. We can start almost in the rear here, starting a little bit different than normal. Let's look at the vacuum bonded fiberglass panels. These are solid. They do not bend, they don't flex. They are mounted solid. You'll see a lot of them that will kind of bow on the back. A lot of trailers that bow on the back, that's hung fiberglass. It looks not great. It almost looks like it's delaminating when you buy it. Now, moving up front, the 4-season capabilities of these outdoors RVs are absolutely fantastic. All the way down to, I mean, you look at the little things like that 1-inch thick insulation on the shower door. Usually the shower door, you get a piece of plastic and that's gonna freeze your pipes if there's any water in there. So why wouldn't you want that insulated? Outdoors RV taking the extra step to have that insulated. Underneath, they do have it insulated and heated. If you look around, there's nothing in there that actually is exposed that would have water in it. Even if you look at the dump tank valves right here, they're put inside the underbelly. That means the valve itself is insulated. If you hear 4 Seasons and you don't see that that valve is insulated, you've got exposed water, exposed valves that make it extremely hard to operate when they're frozen. Take a look over there. You've got the suspension, you've got More Ride 4000, All-Track 4000 suspension, and the KYB shocks that give you a nice plush ride so it's not rattling away down the road. Come over here, they always go with Goodyear tires. That is a 12-ply E-rated tire. It is a fantastic tire to start out with. You want to have something that you can just have off the shelf, ready to go. Don't have to switch it up after you just purchased your brand new RV. On the slides themselves, this is actually cut out of the wall. So they take this giant panel, cut this section out, so it is fit perfectly in here. These seals, there's 3 seals in here. There's a squeegee, a seal, and a squeegee. So it is very hard to get that water penetration into the slide itself. Even on the sides, they're solid. If you push on a lot of the sides of the slides on trailers, you're gonna have that flex. It's gonna be less insulated. It's like you've cut a hole in your cooler and now you've got a lot of air coming out. But this is still that 2-inch thick block foam insulation. Absolutely exceptional for what they have. The windows are now dual pane standard. That gives you that insulation factor on all the windows all throughout. On the pass through, finish out every detail on these trailers. Diamond plating all the way through so you can bash it up and it'll look just fine. This up top, you've got insulation right under your bed. So not only are you insulated on the doors and the sides of the walls to begin with, it is underneath the bed as well. This design is new for 2024, the 21 MKS. Now this door over here should give you a hint at what's inside. If we pop this open here, boom, you've got your bunk. This is the bottom bunk. This flips up. Not only in the front, but in the rear, they do continue that diamond plating for that storage area. So if you're throwing in stuff that you want to be, that's gonna be a little bit rougher, you have no problem throwing it on that diamond plating. If you look throughout, it is all solid wood. It is not something that's particle board that's gonna fall apart if you get it wet from spilling a drink or something on there. You got messy kids, you know what's gonna happen. You got outdoor speakers up top. Do you have your propane connection underneath? This is meant to entertain the entire family. Look at that awning. It goes all the way across that trailer, giving you a ton of space to hang out outside, and that's what you're outside for. Let's take a look inside this 21 MKS. Now start off, let's take a look around really quick. What are we missing? What are we missing? I see the bunks, I see seating, I see a kitchen. I see a dinette. There is a Murphy bed behind that dinette. Let's take a look and see how that pops down and show you why that is a much more comfortable Murphy bed than you've seen before. Make it very simple, but they've got to make it sturdy. So just push it up, that locks that table into place. You got to have the supports underneath the cushions here. That is an important step. If you don't pop those up, then it is a no-go. It's gonna flop down. Then you've got these solid clips on the side. Pull that down, boom. You've got your bed. Now this is an RV queen, but extremely comfortable. I cannot tell you, if you are close by, you should definitely pop by just to feel how comfortable these beds are, just throughout all of outdoors RVs, and see what this dinette has. It clips into place really easily, just like that. You wanna make sure you put those supports back down. That is a step that I forget the most often, but no harm, no foul. If you put it down on top of those, you're just gonna have to fix it. Then we'll put that down, pull that leg out. Now you've got your dinette back in place. And they still keep the width of their dinettes. Their dinettes are absolutely known for being large and spacious. You could fit 4 adults around there fairly easily. So that is just the front. We haven't even gotten to the rest of the trailer, and there's surprises already. You do have storage up top. This little cord hanging down is to strap that in place just as a safety precaution. We do have the theater seating recliners, which are very comfortable. One thing that I've heard a complaint about this model in particular is the fact that you do have bunks, you've got a bed up front, but you only have 2 places to sit if you were traveling around, unless you have that dinette down. If the bed's down, say everyone's kind of gathering around to watch a movie or something, you're probably piling in that bed and the theater seating to watch that movie. Speaking of a movie time, TV, not the greatest spot. But again, if you're popping up into the dinette or the bed, probably a better spot for that TV. If we swing around here, this is the kitchen. A little bit smaller kitchen, but you do have the extra prep table, which is actually a little bit larger. Cuts off a little bit of that entryway, but you still have room to get by it. This is a lot thicker type countertop. That is not a composite, that is solid. Nice big basin sink. You've got a nice sink head here, which switches to the spray mode and the just constant stream. Again, you have blackout curtains on all 2024s, which are nice. They actually give you these clips too, so they don't go banging around while you're walking through the trailer. If we back up here, let's take a look at the cabinetry. Again, solid wood cabinets, nice heavier hinges on throughout. You've got places for, I don't know, dishware, cups, everything like that. It is a smaller trailer. They're packing a ton in a smaller trailer. So if you can imagine having maybe a family of 4 being in here, you do have the double-sized beds back there. If you've got smaller kids, you might be able to fit 4 back there, 2 up front. That would give you, what is that, 6? You would be very cramped, but you'd be out there camping. You'd be able to get into a lot more spots. You'd be pretty comfortable, but again, you're thinking about, I don't know, if you get rained out or something and everyone's trying to stay inside the trailer, it's gonna be a bit cramped. The other thing to think about is storage. When you have the Murphy bed, you do get the storage underneath on each side of the dinette, but you lose that big basin storage underneath the bed itself. So losing a bit of storage, but gaining it back a little bit underneath the bunk over there and behind the TV, which this does go in a bit deeper. So probably the kids are gonna be packing there. Maybe some games and entertainment for the family up there. All the parent stuff you're gonna have on either side, the hanging locker, and maybe some more communal storage underneath the dinette. You come over here, 3-burner stove, knife rack in the back, nice big microwave up top. You've got the oven in here, a little bit shallower oven, or sorry, thinner oven. Probably gonna be making pizzas or warming up some burritos. You've got your pots and pans storage down below. And you've got a much deeper 12-volt fridge, so with the lack of pantry space, you might be putting more of your food inside the fridge, even if it doesn't need to be refrigerated or frozen. It just gives you more space to be able to pack it. Now these beds are a bit comfy. They are a thicker mattress, and they will keep you nice and cozy, tucked in here. Reading light up top. You do have your 110 outlets and USB 3, as well as a little pocket for maybe a phone. The kids are bringing those. And then that is the door to the outside. So again, this flips up, gives you a ton of storage space in there to be able to bring more outdoor toys. Now in the bathroom, this is kind of just a standard bathroom. You've got your nice big rectangular shower. It does give you a ton of space in there. Nice sink, hot and cold taps. Underneath you have a little bit of storage. And then you have your USB 3, as well as 110. Porcelain check on the toilet. Yep, that's porcelain. And then we are looking in here. Pretty standard. Up above, this is optioned with the Max Air Fan upgrade in the bathroom and up front. All right, 6'5", again, this is outdoors RV, so they camber the roofs extremely harsh. So you can tell this arch in the roof, they call it cathedral roof. That helps shed any of the materials that could be up top, like pine needles, tree branches, leaves, anything that could pile up and collect water. You don't want that water collecting. That is probably the worst thing that you could do for a travel trailer, because once that collects, it's gonna find its way in. So being able to shed that off is a huge benefit. For me, as a 6'5" individual, I have plenty of room to stand up. I mean, I'm gonna make this trailer look really short, but remember, I am 6'5" tall. I'm standing underneath the AC, and I have a ton of room. So don't be persuaded otherwise. This is a very tall trailer. Not to mention that the shocks and the suspension down below helps this trailer raise up really high. So if you're going into some really tricky spots, this is gonna be a great trailer. The 21 MKS by Outdoors RV. You can find more information in the brochure linked below, or give us a holler at apachecamping.com.